In the past, I've read books that no one has ever heard of. So in this video, I thought it'd be interesting to read a book that everyone has heard of. To do this, I quickly headed over to Amazon best-selling books for 2023. And the first fiction book is... First fiction book to make the list was Iron Flame at number 2. Since it's January 30th at the time of recording this video, and not 2023 anymore, I looked at Amazon charts, which is the top 20 most sold and most read books of this week. The Fourth Wing series is 1 and 2. Now, I've already read Fourth Wing, and Iron Flame is the top selling book of 2023, so I'll be reading Iron Flame.
What have I done? It is 7 degrees here. This is crazy. Look at the snow. So currently I'm outside of Target, and we're gonna see if they have the book. Here's the books, and oh, here it is. So they do have it. So I kind of want to get the one with the cool pages. It's got like a cool design on the pages, so I think I'm gonna hold off. So this morning I'm headed to a few different bookstores to see if they have Iron Flame, but first I'm gonna grab some coffee from Atomic Coffee over there. Look in the window over there. Wow. So that bookstore didn't have the special edition book either, so now headed into my second one called Paper Trails. They have it too, but this one's 5% off. Now there's one more bookstore that I know of, and I'm just gonna go check it out. Here's the moment of truth, and it is the dark pages. I'm sorry. And they have multiple copies of it, see? So, I finally got it. Look at that. I'm excited. That bookstore was really cool. Had a ton of stuff. And the used prices on books were very, very good. I guess I'm done now.
Now, I've not read too many fantasy books, with the extent of my knowledge being Lord of the Rings and like Harry Potter. I plan on reading more fantasy books like The Poppy War next, so please give me more book recommendations. Now, I've taken some time to think about Iron Flame, and I would be lying if I said it wasn't entertaining. Iron Flame is the kind of book to be able to enjoy it, you have to know the kind of story it's going to tell beforehand. There's a reason to why it is the most popular book of 2023. It is an easy read and it allows you to get sucked into the world and its characters. Come on, it's an action fantasy novel. What's not to like? There were a few moments where I felt let down by the story. When a major challenge or moment gets hyped as we approach the climax, but then when the scene occurs, the author drops you halfway into the action scene, or it's just not a big scene. Xaden's big reveal near the end of the novel is a perfect example of this. This is a huge moment in the book, as it is supposed to really drive home the idea of secrecy, but it's quickly resolved and forgotten about, leading to the big cliffhanger at the end of the novel. I find the romantic plots to be the weakest point of this book, and I definitely prefer the more action-packed scenes. The will they won't they becomes very annoying in the first 200 pages. I feel like the characters aren't given the proper justice, and I feel like books like Normal People do this a lot better. I understand the popularity of this book's romantics because it's very reminiscent to that of the Hunger Games trilogy with its 3 main character love triangle. I like Iron Flame significantly less than its predecessor. This book had way too many sexual scenes and leaned a lot more into the characters' romantic sides. This makes sense since the majority of the first novel spent its time setting up characters and the setting that ultimately leads to its cliffhanger. But in this book, many of the sexual scenes last for way too long, at times taking up almost whole chapters. At about 100 pages into this book, every time I'd get to one of these parts, I would just... That's enough of that. It's still going. Finally. Back to the normal stuff. Like, look at this. This is far too much. Look how many pages it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is when it ends. That's too much. Also, let's talk about the duration of the book. It is 623 pages. It is a little bit too long, and I think it would have benefited from being edited down a bit more. Look at this font. There's so many words on this page. But with all this being said, I did enjoy the novel. Does it deserve to be the best-selling novel of 2023? Probably not. They have so many copies.